let's talk about Lions, Dave Montgomery, and Jahmyr Gibbs. Ooh, cold out here this morning. Waking up early in the morning, hit the gym. I go to work, but yeah, let's speak on how the Lions should implement Dave Montgomery. I think Jahmyr Gibbs has showed a lot in a few games that he was the full-time starter. Now, it was some footage that came out of Dave Montgomery practicing at Allen Park and running some routes. And I knew in that Buffalo game, when he took them first couple carries, that he wasn't healthy. I knew that. You know, and honestly, that was one of the reasons we kind of fell behind. Jahmyr Gibbs, you know, the first couple series, they chose to use Dave Montgomery to soften up the Bills' defense. And then when Gibbs came in, they started scoring points. And he was just a better fit versus Buffalo. And there's going to be some games where Dave Montgomery a better fit. So how is they going to use David Montgomery is the question. And how should they use David Montgomery? So I'm going to tell you how they should use David Montgomery. I think they should use him, if he's healthy, they should use him a little bit more than they've been using Craig Reynolds. That's my opinion on that. I think they should let Jahmyr Gibbs continue to flourish and do his thing. That's what I really think. I think they should let Jahmyr Gibbs continue to flourish and do his thing. I mean, since he became the full-time starter, I think as a back, he's been able to get his rhythm. Also, I think he's been a lot better pass catcher, you know, since, you know, they really had to rely on him. So they've been able to rely on him as a pass catcher a lot more than, you know, when he was kind of like, you know, sharing the backfield with Montgomery. So I think they should continue to use him as the one. You know, and use Montgomery in short yardage situations, and use Montgomery to here and there. But I think, you know, in layman's terms, Montgomery should be complimenting Gibbs right now. Now, if Montgomery get the high hand, that's who you roll with. That's exactly who you roll with. If Montgomery get the high hand, that's who you roll with. But like short yardage situations and pass blocking situations and stuff like that, I think, and I would like to see them use Craig Reynolds a little bit more, to be honest. I mean, he has some really good runs in there, man. You know, he got that burst because, you know, he's been fresh all season. So I still would like to see him get some carries in there too, because he's so fresh. But to be honest, I'm gonna continue to ride Gibbs. But if we get in a position where Montgomery is the guy, he's the hot guy, then hey, that's who you kind of gotta feed. That's who you gotta feed. And then this truck just turns out in front of us. Like, they just don't care. But yeah. Well, how I think they're gonna do it, I think Gibbs is gonna continue to be the lead back. I don't think it's gonna be that, you know, that 50-50 sharing of the backfield. I don't think that's gonna be the case. I think you're going to see a backfield. I think you're going to see a backfield where Gibbs is still the lead guy, and that's what you're going to see. He's dangerous. You know, you got to respect him coming out the backfield. And Montgomery too. Montgomery can get explosive runs, but really, where's that knee at? So that knee is close to what it was during the season, which is nobody's 100%. You know, we really need him in them short yardage situations, them goal line situations. You know, and also he increases the longevity of Jahmyr Gibbs. That's the thing about it. He increases the longevity. Yeah, he increases the longevity. So, you know, he take a lot of the dings and the dangs and the bangs. And then he, you know, Jahmyr Gibbs come in and go. So I know a lot of people saying, why didn't they use Vacky? Probably the trust may not be there with Vacky yet. You know, pass protection, protecting the football. I'm not saying you can't. You know, you gotta build that trust. So yeah, but yeah, man. I think Gibbs is going to continue to probably be a 70-30 split. That's what I think the carry is going to be. I think it's going to continue to be a 70-30 split. I don't think it's going to be close to 50-50 because of Montgomery health, and then really Gibbs is taking off. You know, Gibbs is really taking off. So when you get a guy like Gibbs that's taking off, he's a home run threat every time. And the offense, you know, it's been looking different with him in there, because whatever reason, since he's getting more reps, the threat of him, you know, whatever rhythm he getting, it seemed like he's became a better pass catcher since being a full-time running back. That's my opinion. It seemed like he's become a better pass catcher since being a full-time running back. So that's what it looked like in my opinion. It might just be a rhythm thing. You got some guys in the NBA who can get in and come off the bench, and I think this is a really special attribute. They can just come in off the bench cold and get a rhythm and just heat up like a microwave. That's why you got Benny Johnson. They call him the microwave. Lou Williams can do it. Ginobili can do it. We see with the Pistons with Malik Beasley is doing it. Jamal Crawford can do it. So, yeah. Some of these dudes that can just catch a rhythm, like I think Jahmyr Gibbs, he said his whole life he's been the one. He's been the lead back. So, yeah, I think him catching a rhythm is very important. It's very important. And I think him not being accustomed to sharing the backfield, it's a new feeling. So I think he's going to continue to be the overwhelming lead back. That's what I think. He's going to continue to be the lead back. I think Montgomery is going to be more like a compliment, unless Montgomery somehow, you know, catches fire. And I think they're going to roll with the hot hand. So, but yeah, it's a learning experience. So, you know, people talk about Washington got the 30th run defense. A lot of times, a lot of that, you know, you are who you are, but sometimes you got to throw some of that shit out. I'm trying to get away from this guy behind me. I'll get over. You get over. But yeah, sometimes you got to throw. Sometimes you got to throw that. You got to throw that out. And it's the playoffs. But you know, the tendencies tell you that they're not good at stopping the run. So you know, it is what it is. Is what it is. I don't know why people do that. You get over, they get over. Like, we're not going to the same place. Crazy. This weather on the collab on the screen. But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. I think Gibbs will continue to be that lead guy. We got some light over here. But hey, hit the link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Facebook if you need to reach out for a question or whatever. Want to donate, that's there as well. Do Cash App, Venmo, CG, PayPal link in there. Other platforms there too. Appreciate y'all. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this.